joy of Pictomancy. The cheerless hearer is at the end of his tether. Cheerless hearer. Matron, help me. One more complaint this day and I swear. Forgive me my rambling, but please, tell me, you haven't come to make a complaint. What will you say? I'll have you know my evening is going swimmingly. I haven't. There's something amiss. I haven't. There's something amiss. Cheerless hearer. Well, I should warn you that a Moogle has been making a nuisance of himself here in Gridania. The Pommed Pest has been harassing adventurers in an attempt to rope them into some painting endeavor. Despite the lack of interest, he refuses to give up. You are an adventuring sort, are you not? If so, you would be wise to give that Moogle a wide berth. Unless you are the artistic adventuring sort. I suspect he's still loitering in the Aetheryte Plaza, if my tale has piqued your interest. Of all the heroes, why must I contend with this mountain of complaints? Meddlesome Moogle. You there, Kupo. How would you like to do some painting? Not ordinary painting, mind you. Magic painting, where your works come to life. Your imagination's the limit. Ah, Koopa nuts. Why won't anyone give me a chance? They could do so much good with the power of Pictomancy. What will you say? You had me at magic painting. I might be interested in learning more about Pictomancy. Yeah. Meddlesome. Whoa. That was fast. Well, what did you say, Kupo? You're not pulling my palm, are you? You wish to know more about Pictomancy? Truly? Hooray, hooray! The name's Kupopo, and I'm extremely pleased to meet you, Kupo. I am the inheritor of a Pictomancer's soul crystal, and I seek a creative individual who can carry on this arcane artistry. A history lesson is in order. Pictomancy was conceived some 1500 years ago, in the dusk of the 5th Astral Era. While other schools of magic that originated during that period, such as black and white, are expressions of the caster's will, Pictomancy relies on something even more abstract, the imagination. By channeling ether into a concept held in their mind's eye, a Pictomancer can give form to the formless. It's a bit tricky to wrap your head around, I know. And that's precisely why the great Archon Realm, founder of Pictomancy, incorporated the painter's tools into our art. A gifted artist as well as mage, Realm took up a brush instead of a staff, and wielded ether like paint to give shape to her imaginings. In this way was Pictomancy born, a magical discipline unlike any other, Kupo. Now, Realm was a charitable soul, and never, ever used her powers for self-serving ends. She dedicated her life to aiding and defending those in need. During the War of the Magi, Realm traveled the land and saved countless people with her Pictomancy. And it was for those deeds that she earned a place among the 12 Archons. So how about it? Would you like to take up the Archon's noble legacy and become, dare I say it, a realm reborn? Wonderful, Kupo. Your enthusiasm warms my heart. As I have only one soul crystal, however, I must ensure that I entrust it to the right person. Therefore, before I grant you this dazzling opportunity, I require that you attend a job interview. Seek me out at the Carline Canopy, and be sure to come prepared with your fanciest, Pictomanciest answers for my flurry of very professional questions. Kupopo. Ah, there you are. I would have invited you to my cozy little hovel and put out tea and biscuits. Except I don't have a cozy little hovel. Or any home to speak of, for that matter. Such is the life of an itinerant Moogle Kupo. I haven't a guild to my name either, so I can't order us tea and biscuits. But we can avail ourselves of a table. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce this interview commenced, Kupo. Let's begin with the basics. Might I have your full name? What's your name? I am Evray Valkyrie. My name doesn't matter. I'm no one of import. I'm Evray Valkyrie. Kupopo. 'Tis a fine name. Well met, Evray Valkyrie. Right. On to the next question. What do you consider your primary vocation? What is your primary vocation? I'm an adventurer through and through, defender of the weak and champion of the realm. I'm between jobs at the moment. I'm an adventurer through and through. Kupopo. Very good, very good. Adventurers are known to be a helpful lot, ever ready to aid those in need. You've the ideal temperament for a Pictomancer, Kupo. And moving along to the next question. How would you rate your artistic abilities? I am a master of the arts, above average perhaps. My stick figure drawings are second to none. I am a master of the arts. Kupopo. Excellent, Kupo. While a Pictomancer's most vital asset is their vivid imagination, it certainly wouldn't hurt to have some skills. Speaking of imagination, let's try and put yours to work. Tell me the first thought that enters your mind when you hear the word Moogle. Fluffiness and fun. Irrepressible cuteness. Furry little shines. Fluffiness and fun. Kupopo. Ah, yes. From the fluffy fur to the merry mannerisms, I can fairly see the Moogle in your mind, wheeling winsomely in the air. Yours is a rich imagination, Kupo. Now, this next question is very important. Someone's in trouble. What do you do? Help them without question. Speak with them first to gauge the problem. Ask what the reward is to see if it's worth the effort. It is always good to gauge the problem. Someone's in trouble. What kind of trouble? Help them with that question. Who am I kidding? Adventurer, man. Help them without question. Kupopo. I didn't expect any other answer, Kupo. If I may ask a follow-up question. Can you share a recent example of when you approached a soul in distress? Come again? A hero who's been inundated with complaints about my Pictomancy pitches? Oh dear. That's rather disheartening, Cooper. But this isn't about me. What's important is that you not want to ignore the plight of another. That willingness to serve a greater purpose and emulate Archon Realm's example is the key to becoming a truly talented Pictomancer. Having considered your answers, I'm thrilled to report you've passed my interview with flying colors, Kupo. I'm certain you will bear our legacy admirably. I deem you worthy of the Soul Crystal. However, I should warn you that it comes with some proverbial strings attached. A bit of emotional baggage too. You see, several moons ago, I got into a terrible argument with my best friend. We went our separate ways, and I've not seen her since. I wish I could meet her again, try to reconcile, more than anything. So if we hear aught of her during our journey together, I'd like you to lend me a helping hand. If you're still willing to train as a Pictomancer with this condition in mind, then the Soul Crystal is yours. Just say the word, Kupo. So, you still wish to be a Pictomancer, in full acceptance of my condition? Then, as promised, I bestow upon you the Soul Crystal. And to help get you started, I've prepared a set of equipment. Hopefully it fits. Oh. All right. Okay. Several moons and a sex change later. We continue. Oh, should take this off for the cutscenes. There we go. Mind over manner. Popo believes an apology is in order. Kupopo. Very nice. Now you literally embody the soul of a Pictomancer. Kupo. While a Pictomancer's brush may look like a big paintbrush, it is, in fact, a stylized variety of staff. That said, you're probably wondering why we don't just use staves. Put simply, it's much easier to bring your imagination to life through the medium of art. Magic brushes and ink allow a Pictomancer to express abstract thoughts in a deliberate manner. But as I mentioned though, it's ultimately your imagination that matters the most. With the wisdom of Pictomancers past at your disposal, you already possess the artistic skills you require. Now, as much as I would love for you to get to painting right away, there is something else we must do first. You must go to Nofika's altar and apologize to the hero you mentioned. And by we, I mean me. Off we go, Gupo. Nofika's altar. Alright. Cheerless hero. For the love of the elementals, no more complaints. Ah, I beg your pardon, adventurer. That Moogle there, is that perhaps... Kupopo. Indeed, I'm the one who caused you much trouble. It wasn't my intention to do so, and I've come to beg forgiveness, Kupo. Cheerless hero. Oh, I see. As you appear to be genuinely remorseful, all I ask is that you refrain from aggressive solicitations henceforth. Agreed? Kupopo. You have my word, Kupo. Now that I've found a capable Pictomancer, my soliciting days are over. Cheerless hero. I'm relieved to hear it. With this matter settled, I may turn my attention to another situation. Kupopo. Oh? And what situation might this be? Cheerless hero. Distressing noises coming from an empty manor in the Gentry's ward. Fiends are believed to be haunting the cellar, and their nightly clamor is keeping the surrounding residents awake. Fiends, you say? Every here will deal with them, Cooper. Remember, it is in the spirit of the Pictomancer to lend a helping hand, to shine the light of hope for those in need. This is also a welcome opportunity to put your newfound skills to the test. Rest assured I'll be there to offer sage advice every wing flap of the way. Cheerless hero, your offer of aid is kind indeed, and I accept it with thanks. The Gentry's ward is situated just past Apkalu Falls. Proceed there when you are ready. Cooper. And ready we are, aren't we, Everett? Let the Pictomancy training begin, Cooper. Cheerless hero. My thanks again, and take care. Purple. The Gentry's ward lies beyond those gates. Are you ready to put your skills to the test, Cooper? Oops. I pressed escape. Very well, but don't take too long, Cooper. Oh, I guess there was an escape option. Now I'm ready. I'm ready to paint up a storm. Cooper, excellent. Time to clear out that manor, Cooper. Cool. I always wondered about this area. Ooh. Tall K Manor. Here we are, Cooper. I sense monsters lurking below. But before we charge in, allow me to expound upon the fundamentals of Pictomancy. You must first paint a motif on canvas. Only then can you bring it to life. Try making a pom motif. Go on, don't be shy. Well done, Cooper. Now to unleash it upon your foes. Focus your magics on that striking dummy and summon your pom muse. Bombs away. Splendid work, Cooper. Next, give me your best wing motif. Very good, Cooper. Now you may invoke your winged muse against our friend the striking dummy. With palms and wings fresh in your mind, I want you to imagine what these muses could accomplish together. By fusing them, you'll give life to a fantastical Moogle, Cooper. Think big, magnificent thoughts and envision your new friend, Mog of the Ages. Try not need to do that cast. Yeah. Excellent, Cooper. He may not be as winsome as yours truly, but he should serve you well enough. Aside from your Moogle, a hammer stamp is an excellent alternative to pummeling foes. But if you wish to provide support, I recommend inspiring your allies with a starry muse. Never stop dreaming up those motifs, Cooper. Your allies will thank you, and your enemies won't know what hit them. It takes some getting used to, so feel free to experiment, Cooper. I'll be here when you're ready. All set, Cooper? Then it's time we silence that noise. The infestation is worse than I expected. We should clear these ones out first. Let's make a lesson of it, Cooper. By casting spells of different hues, your palette will begin storing ether. With a sufficiently saturated palette, you may avail yourself of the subtractive palette's increased might. Oh, I need to use subtractive. Okay. You're a natural with that subtractive palette, Cooper. It seems you've scared off the stragglers as well. Let's head further in. What the hell's going on in there? What an awful racket, Cooper. Ah, now that's an obnoxious noisemaker, Cooper. Since you've grasped the basics, I'll leave you to your Pictomancy. Show that Spriggan what for. Sure. Oh, a starry moose. I don't think I did. If your enemy's movements begin to overwhelm, bring one of your muses to life. Okay, swag. Well done, Everett. I knew you'd make an excellent Pictomancer from the first. What will you say? I have the soul crystal to thank for that. What can I say? I'm good. Did you really, though? What can I say? I'm good. Kupopo. That you are, my friend. And credit to myself as well for spotting your talents. In any case, with those clamorous fiends gone for good, the residents can rest easy once more. But come, let's quit this place. The dampness doesn't agree with my fur. Allow me to congratulate you on a successful first outing, Everett. The Pictomancers of Eld would be proud. Though you may yet be a novice of the art, as a veteran adventurer, you've grasped the fundamentals quickly. As well you should, Cooper. Archon Realm didn't urge her disciples to roam the star for their own amusement, you know. She wished for them to intimately understand the wider world, to journey to lands unknown and savor every discovery, to revel in sensations, emotions, and yes, even in danger. For these experiences enrich the palette of the imagination, making one's Pictomancy all the more vibrant. Kupo. Cheerless here. You are returned. I began to worry and came to see whether all was well. Dare I hope you've dealt with the fiends? Wonderful, wonderful. With this, all outstanding matters of concern have been addressed, and like the residents of the Gentry's ward, I too may sleep soundly once more. You both have my heartfelt gratitude. May the matron keep you wheresoever you should go. Papa, did you see how happy we made him? That's the power of Pictomancy for you. And this is only the beginning. As part of your training, you and I shall travel near and far, searching for those in need, just as Archon Realm once did. But you mustn't forget our promise either. Before we take to the road, I'd like to see if the locals know anything about my friend. In the meantime, I bid you dedicate yourself to honing your skills, Kupo. Perspectives in pursuit. Kupopo is eyeing you with approval. Ah, I see you've been diligent in your training, Everett. You look more confident with that magicked brush on your back and exude the aura of a proficient Pictomancer, Cooper. I can readily tell these things, for I once traveled with a pair of Pictomancers after all. Your soul crystal used to belong to one of them, in fact. His name was Janquel Tilak. Janquet Tilacu. Janque Tilacu. And he was an exemplar of our art. The other was Janque Tilacu's apprentice, a girl named Beruru. Despite having seen only 16 summers, she's already an accomplished Pictomancer. And she's the friend of mine who's missing, Cooper. 16-year-old. I'd love to meet Janquetilacu someday. Missing? That's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Yeah, that one. Popo. Well, she's missing in the sense that I don't know where she is. But I don't fear for her safety. With her abilities, she can more than fend for herself. But it was hard for Beruru when Janque Tilacu passed away. He was as a grandfather to her. Even now, she must be feeling so terribly alone. That's why I want to find her and make amends. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to learn anything about where she might have gone. But I won't give up. In hopes of picking up Baruru's trail, we'll retrace my journeys with her, and aid those in need along the way. I'm glad you like the plan. Now, you'll want to bundle up extra warm, because our first stop will be in Kurthus. Camp Dragonhead, to be precise. Shall we? Brr. God. But it's cold, Cooper. Just like when I visited with Janquetilacu and Beruru. Beruru had never seen snow before, and she was the picture of glee. She rolled up a snowball and threw it at me with all her might. Then she threw another, and another, and soon I found myself in... Stranger, dire straits. Oh, I am in dire straits. Kupopo. Yes, just so. I found myself buried in dire straits. Wait a moment. What are you doing here, Mr. Hero? Cheerless Hero. Well now, what a curious coincidence that we should cross paths here. I have come to the camp as an emissary for Gridania. Alas, my Ishgardian counterpart with whom I was to meet was wounded during a training exercise prior to my arrival. I tended to him as best I could, but I'm afraid the outlook is grim. Kupopo, oh dear. Are his injuries that grave? Cheerless Hero. While the injury itself wasn't life-threatening, the resulting wound has soured. A poison courses through his body, against which my magics are ineffective, and now he burns from a terrible fever. Just this moment I recalled a treatment that would purge the impurity, but it requires the horn of a rare heart beast, and I have no skill in hunting. Popo, that sounds like a job for our promising Pictomancer. Every here can find this heart beast and take it down with a few swift brush strokes. Cheerless here, you would aid me again? Your kindness knows no bounds. It would be prudent to question the garrison about the heart beast. The creatures are rare, but the knights may have sighted one during their patrols. Popo, perfect. We'll have that horn ready in no time. Helping others on one's travels. This, my friend, is the essence of Pictomancy. Cheerless hero. Heart beasts are skittish, and rarely linger in one place for long. God's willing, the knights can send you in the right direction. Bright-eyed knight. Ah, Evre, you are ever welcome here. Is there aught you require? I see. Yours is an elusive quarry indeed. As it happens though, a comrade of mine chanced upon a heart beast by the Steel Vigil only yesterday. With luck, it will still be near. If you head to the Steel Vigil, you may find the heart beast my comrade sighted the other day. I wish you good hunting. Thank you. You cast your gaze across the snowy hillside, but observe nothing of note. You spy a horned silhouette by the entrance to the Weeping Saint. A heart's beast, perhaps? Poor guy didn't stand a chance. They're gone. Cheerless hero, you are returned. Please tell me you've obtained a Heartbeast horn. Heartbeast horn, a rare horn possessing potent antidotal properties. Yes, this is the horn. I cannot thank you enough. I shall use it to prepare an infusion for the ailing knight at once. Kupopa, no sooner did you arrive here than you helped a soul in need. Well done, Evre. I hadn't expected to aid the same person twice, but the road is full of surprises. and a Pictomancer prospers from every experience. As you yourself said, the journey is of paramount importance to the Pictomancer, or why the strong emphasis on helping others? Sure, let's go with that. Get some more info. Kapopo. Unlike paint on a canvas, the images a Pictomancer creates are ephemeral. Yet they can make a lasting difference and change someone's fate for the better. As a medium for magic, our works have the power to help, and helping is precisely what Archon Realm intended our art to be used for. By the way, you've been to Ishgard before, yes? Looking back on your first visit, what emotions and sensations have remained with you most strongly? The warmth I found amidst the bitter cold, the sorrow of those caught in an unending war, the grief of losing a dear friend. Oh, chiffon. Let's go with the last one. My dear friend Chiffon. Kupo. Yours was an arduous journey indeed, Kupo. I can scarcely imagine just how difficult your trials must have been. But it's because you've experienced such loss, I think, that you've been able to fight on for those who can do so no longer. Thank you for sharing this with me, Evray. To hear what's important to you, it inspires me to be hopeful, Kupo. Now, as I did back in Gridania, I'll make inquiries here about my friend Bururu. Until it's time for us to move on, I bid you keep up your training. The crate beyond. Kupopo is examining you a little too closely. Aha! The maddened glint in your eyes, the abysmal posture of one who has produced too many works in far too little time. I can tell you've been training hard, Kupo. Your aura, too, has burgeoned since last we spoke, lending you the mysterious mien of an artist undergoing a wild and wonderful evolution. You think I'm making this up, do you? That I'm stringing together vaguely relevant, affirming words? O ye of little faith. Stranger, thank the matron. Kupo. Exactly, Kupo. We should thank the matron for... Wait. All the best to Nofika and her bounties. But why are we thanking her? Cheerless here. I thank the matron. We may speak before you depart, of course. I have someone here who wishes to express his gratitude. Our Ishgardian friend has made a full recovery, and it is thanks to the horn you brought. Upright Knight, your selfless actions have saved my life. I know not how I can ever repay you. Kupo, no need for that, Kupo. To see you hale and whole is repayment enough. Upright Knight, I am given to understand that you are searching for someone. A traveling painter. Kupo, indeed I am. Her name is Bururu, and she's my very best friend. Upright Knight, moved by your endeavor, I took the liberty of making inquiries among my comrades. Alas, none recall having seen such an individual. As patrolling the border is one of our chief duties, we would have noted if your friend passed through. My apologies, we could not be of aid. Kupopo, I see. Still, to have confirmation that Bururu wasn't here is helpful. Thank you, Kupo. Upright Knight, 'twas the least I could do for my saviors. Now, we must attend our next meeting, but I wish you well on the journey ahead. Kupopo. Oh, where could Bururu be? We may not have found any clues here, but with some luck, we'll find her at our next destination, Kugane. Getting there, however, will prove a challenge. Unless you've visited the Far East before, Evray. Wonderful. That makes our lives much easier, Kupo. Now listen closely. I have here a lovingly crafted and blessedly breathable hempen sack. I want you to stuff me inside and teleport me to Kugane with you. You needn't gulp. It's a well-considered request. While I may not be replete with teleportation anima like you, I can tag along as one of your belongings. So stuff me in the sack. I can take it, Kupo. Get in the bag. You are now carrying a Kupopo-sized sack. It would be prudent to handle your burden with the utmost care until such time as you reach Kugane. Kupopo-sized sack. Kupopo slumbers inside this hempen sack, snug as a grub in the soil. Use. Kupopo. Ah, what a peaceful nap that was, Kupo. And I see we've arrived safely in Kugane. This city is as impossibly picturesque as ever. Why, when I first arrived here with Bururu and Shankitilake, I thought we were in a waking dream, Kupo. We were all fascinated by Far Eastern art, especially the bright, bold presentation of ukiyo-e prints. It was a treat to view so many pieces up close. What of you, Evray? What do you recall most vividly about your first visit here? How excited I was to travel to distant lands, how desperate I was to turn the tide of rebellion, or how furious I was at conniving Namazu. That little shit. How excited I was to travel to distant lands. Kapopo. So were we, Kupo. Everything felt fresh and fascinating. Bururu was so taken with the scenery, she climbed to the highest rooftops she could to behold the city in all its splendor. Immersing ourselves in different cultures stirs the heart and broadens the mind like few other things can. Right then. I'd like to begin searching for Bururu, and I think the tea houses would be a good place to start. The proprietors ought to be able to... Stranger, strike down this hapless fool. Kapopo. Precisely, Kupo. The proprietors ought to be able to strike down this hapless... Wait, who's getting struck down? Kapopo. Hold on a moment. It's a soul in need of aid. Ahem. What troubles you, good sir? Aidless trader. Oh, turbulent tides take me. I am an art dealer from Ulda, you see, and I came to Kugane to sell a masterpiece I acquired in Eorzea. But nary a day before we arrived, we were engulfed by a terrible storm. We rocked and rolled, barely able to keep the ship from capsizing, and in the chaos the crate containing my precious piece was cast into the roiling waves. Kapopo, that's terrible, Kupo. Is there any chance that it can be found? Aidless trader. Assuming it wasn't dragged into the fathomless depths, the sailors tell me the crate has likely drifted into the Ruby Sea, Confederate waters. No one is willing to go and search for me. Kapopo, I believe it's your time to shine again, Avery. You can help this poor fellow, yes? I know the Confederates. Heedless trader. Well acquainted with the pirates, you say? If you could speak with them about crate, I would be grateful beyond words. The Confederate pirates on Sakazuki keep a close watch of the nearby waters. If anyone has seen the crate in question, it would be them. Heedless trader. Ah, what good fortune to meet such a well-connected adventurer so far from home. I shall pray to the traders for good tidings. Kapopo. While you scour the Ruby Sea, I'm going to fly about town and see if any passers-by have spotted Bururu. Good luck to us both, Kupo. Cautious Confederates. Aren't you the, never mind. Cheery Confederates. Oh, if it isn't our friend Everett. What brings you back to these parts? Business with Rasho and Tansui, perhaps? I'm looking for a crate. A crate containing a piece of art? As a matter of fact, we fished something like that out of the water not long ago. But as you all know, the Ruby Sea is our territory, and anything the Tides delivers to us is ours by right. We cannot just hand it over. Cautious Confederate. But we owe so much to Everett. Cheery Confederate. I haven't forgotten. That being the case, why don't we make it interesting and have a friendly contest for the crate? Challenge accepted. Cheery Confederate, that's the spirit. We'll make it simple. Hunting ogre crabs. Both sides will get the same amount of bait. The person who catches more crabs is the winner. Cautious Confederate. Alright then. Once you've used up your bait, bring the shells to me as proof. I'll be waiting. Cheery Confederate. Perfect. Let the contest begin. Cautious Confederate. Always in a rush, that one. You need only lay your bait by the shore and dispatch any ogre crabs that take it. When you've no bait left, come back and show me the shells you've collected from your kills. The ogre crabs should appear if you scatter the bait by the water. Hunt as many of them as you can for their shells and bring those to me. Small meaty morsel made from an ogre crab's favorite shellfish. I forgot to cast my damn... Oh, didn't even need him. Oh. Why is this circle still red? Ah, this is a fake spot? Oh. Weird. Cheery Confederate. Still fumbling around with the bait? Well, you'd best hurry. I've already handed in my shells. Cautious Confederate. Oh, you've brought the shells? I'll take them off your hands then. And the winner is... Evray. And it's not even close. Congratulations. Cheery Confederate. Good show, Evray. I expected nothing less from you. I'm a man of my word, so the crate's yours. Though it was just a friendly game, it was a privilege to go up against you. I'll be sure to tell everyone about it. Thank you. Cautious Confederate. Yes. Thank you for humoring us. I hope that crate is what the merchant is after. Ogre crab shells are light and durable, ideal for crafting armor. That's to say, they're good for a bit of coin. Cheery Confederate. Again, I appreciate you indulging my competitive spirit. I'll be bragging about it to all of my friends for days to come. Cooper. Welcome back, Cooper. How fared the search? Aidless Trader. Ah, you are returned. Were you able to find my crate? Salt-worn crate. Despite its long journey across the Ruby Sea, this damp crate remains in one piece. One piece! Needless traitor. Oh, traitors be praised. This is the very crate I lost, and it's still intact. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. Words fail to express my gratitude. Kupopo. It's impressive indeed that you could track down the crate. Excellent work, Everett. Remind me, what was in this crate again? A painting? After having been adrift for so long, I hope it hasn't been ruined. Heedless trader. Judging by its condition, I want to believe that all is well. But let us see. That Ilmeg? Hated trader. Thank the traders, 'tis unharmed. And there I thought I had packaged it excessively. Kupopo. Pluck my palm. That's one of Jenkeltilake's pieces, Kupo. Hated trader. Oh, you have a keen eye. Indeed. This is the work of the traveling artist Jean Ketilake, painted in the winter of his years. I purchased it a few moons ago from a young lady who was his apprentice. Kupopo. Bururu Kupo? I've been searching all over for her. Do you know where she is? Hated trader. Oh, she was a friend of yours, I take it? Kupopo, please tell me everything you know. Where you met, where she might be now. Everything. Hated trader. I don't know how to say this, but from what I have heard, your friend has passed on. She had come to Uldar to sell a small trove of Jang Ketilake's paintings. His works are extremely rare, so it caused quite a stir among art dealers. Expensive though the pieces were, it didn't take long for her to sell them all, and once she had, she disappeared. Her belongings were apparently strewn about her inn-room, yet there was nary a sign of foul play. None have seen her since, and 'tis rumored she found a quiet place to end her life. Kupopo. No. I knew Jang Kitilake's. Death left a void in her heart, but Bururu wouldn't have. She couldn't have. I know it's difficult, but try and remain calm. This is a rumor, nothing more. We don't know anything for certain. Let's go with that. Kupopo. But... Hated traitor, forgive me. It was not my intent to cause you distress with these grim tidings. 'Twas because of them, in fact, this piece failed to sell in Eorzea. Thus did I bring it all the way to the Far East, hoping to find a buyer here instead. Now, it isn't much, but please accept this as a token of my gratitude. With that, I must take my leave of you and go to meet with a prospective client. Kupopo. I'm sorry, Everett. You did well. You did. But if you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a while, Cooper. Wonder what my character is saying. Baruru's clues. Kupopo makes no attempt to hide his sorrow. Kupopo. Oh, it's you, Kupo. What is it? I've been practicing my Pictomancy. I wanted to see how you were faring. The latter. Kupopo. That's very kind of you, Kupo. Truth be told, I'm still struggling to come to terms. Baruru has truly left this world. It means that I... Stranger, I wasn't too late. Thank goodness. Kupopo. Ah, if only, Kupo. If only. Oh, it's you, Mr. Art Dealer. What brings you back to us? Hated trader. I've concluded my business here and shall be returning to Ul'dah. But before I take ship, I wished to speak with you again. It is plain your friend's fate weighs heavily on your mind. If you wish to know the truth for a certainty, I should be glad to introduce someone who deals in information. Kupopo, you think this person would know what became of Baruru? Hated trader. Oh, yes. This man makes it his business to know everyone else's in Ul'dah. At the very least, he should be able to tell you if your friend yet lives. Time to go meet... What's his name? Winston? He also happens to owe me a favor. I shall personally ask him to assist you. Once you arrive in Ul'dah, head to Emerald Avenue and look for a bespectacled man with a self-satisfied grin. That will be him. Yep, it's my friend. Now then, it's time I boarded my vessel. Farewell, my friends, and best of luck in your search for the truth. Bye-bye. Kupopo. I want to know, Evray, desperately. But at the same time, I'm so scared. Kupo, if Baruru really is gone, you mustn't lose hope. We'll face the truth together. We'll face the truth together. Kupopo, shining the light of hope for me, are you? You've grown so much as a Pictomancer. Thank you. With you at my side, I feel I can press on and face whatever comes, Kupo. Right, let's head to Ul'dah. We'll do it the same way as the journey here. You teleporting with me in a sack. Get in the bag. It's been a while since I spoke to this NPC. Pretty sure his name starts with a W. Winston? No. Oh, Wymond. Okay. Or Wymond. Hello, friend. Always regretted never saying goodbye to Mirtha. Ain't many who find them, they lost, and I'm lucky to have learned she's alive. So I've decided to share my good fortune by giving the money left over from our cerulean venture to the refugee children. Maybe their smiles will turn some bad for good, eh? Man, that was ages ago. Wymont. Kapopo. Whew. That was a lovely little nap. And just like that, we've arrived. The towering cityscape. The dry desert air mingling with the sense of Gil. There's no mistaking Uldar. Now then, we should find the fellow who deals in information. Goop. Turn around. And I believe I have. That bespectacled man there, with a grin that does indeed bespeak unwavering confidence. Wymont. Well, well. If it ain't the pair the art dealer called about. Wymond? Wymont. Kapopo. You could tell who we are, just like that? You really do know things, Cooper. Wymond. Aye, well, that's true enough. But to be fair, I'd have to be blind as a bat to miss a Moogle traveling with the savior of the Bleeding Realm and then some. I understand you're looking for a friend. Kapopo. That's right. Her name is Bururu, and she was last seen in Uldar. If you know anything about what became of her, you must tell me, Cooper. Wymont. Don't get your palm in a twist. I'll oblige your burning curiosity. It was about half a year past that Bururu came to Uldar. She brought with her 8 of Janketilake's paintings, which she put up for sale. She sold the lot within a matter of weeks, and, with the small fortune she made, she went and bought herself accommodations at the ossuary. Kapopo. No, that can't be right. Wymont. Afraid it is, my furry friend. Now, it bears stressing that being interred in the city is not an inexpensive proposition. Hardly surprising, given the limited space what's left. But she made the donation to the ossuary up front and in full, an amount most folk will never see in their lifetimes. Kapopo. What did she do after that? Wymont. That remains a mystery. Her room at the inn was found neat and tidy. You wouldn't have known she'd been there if not for some personal belongings left behind. Among those, of greatest interest, was a set of traveling gear, a coin purse containing the payment for the room, and a letter what said she wasn't coming back. Finding it all a bit odd, the innkeep called the Brassblades to investigate, but the evidence led him to conclude that she was voluntarily missing and likely dead by her own hand. Kapopo. Then Bururu really is gone. Wymont. That's what they think, but who's to say, eh? There's only one way to be certain, I reckon. According to a priest who oversees burials, Bururu's coffin is stored in Uralig's burial chamber over by the ossuary. You'll have to open it up and see what's there, or isn't, with your own eyes. Kupopo. I'll go there at once, Kupo. Wait. Fly. And off he flies. You should go after him. Depending on what's waiting, he'll need support. Thanks, friend. Ooh, teleport. Oh. From there to here. Oh wait. It's a little bit further. Let's see. Does he have quest talk? First you catch up to your Moogle friend while you can. Headed straight for the ossuary, no doubt. Yeah. Order of the Nalthal Priest. I'm sorry, but that is out of the question. Kupopo. I beg you, Kupo. It would only be a little peek. Priest. That does not make it any less of an act of defilement. We cannot allow you to disturb the dead. We've done it in the past. At least I have. Kupopo, Evray, this priest says we can't check Baruru's coffin. Please explain the situation to him. Priest. So that is the way of it. While I am not unsympathetic to your plight, a coffin may only be opened in exceptional circumstances, and with the permission of the family, which you are not. I'm sorry, but I must ask that you leave me in peace. I have my hands full with other pressing matters. Kupopo. Oh? What matters might those be, if I may ask? Priest. In order to address the shortage of burial space in the city, works have been underway to expand Herulik's burial chamber downwards. Alas, the excavators inadvertently unleashed a horde of zombies from an unmapped ruin, and it's fallen to me to deal with them. Popo, aha, that sounds like another opportunity for Evray to put his Pictomancy to work. Priest. Pictomancy? You mean the arts created by the fabled Archon realm, who roamed the land, lending aid to those in need? Popo. None other, Kupo. The matter of the tomb can wait. Let's tend to these zombies first. Priest. Why? I should be most grateful. The zombies have taken to prowling the Sildi excavation site in central Thanalan. Please see that those tormented souls finally know rest. You will not have difficulty locating the zombies at the Sildi excavation site. Grant them the peace they deserve, please. Kupopo. Those zombies will be no match for your brushstrokes, Kupo. Oh, it's central. Yeah. Wait, can I get to central from here? Yeah, there we go. Cool zombies. Kapopo. Oh, same text. Order of the Nalthal Priest. The zombies have been dealt with. Wonderful. You have my heartfelt thanks, good Pictomancer. While you were away, I spoke further with Kupopo about his relationship with Mistress Bururu. I understand now that they were as family to one another. In light of this, and also in recognition of your service, I will allow you to examine her coffin, if you would follow me. Priest, this is the one. If you are ready, I shall open it. Do it. Priest, very well. Purple, please. Please don't let it be her. What? What is this, Cooper? Priest. A painting. The original? Cooper. Yes, we can all see that. And I recognize it as well. This is Jean Ketilake's final work, The Ephemeral Palace. Why was this painting in the casket? And if Bururu isn't here, then where could she possibly be? Priest. I'm afraid no one in the Order knows where she has gone. Kind of a suspicious answer. Several moons ago, Mistress Bururu came to us unannounced. Bururu. Pardon me. Is anyone there? Priest. Greetings, my child. Are you come to pay your respects? Bururu. No, I was told I could purchase a tomb here. Priest. Ahem. Tombs are bestowed upon pious souls who make a donation. Yes. Bururu. Oh, I see. In that case, I wish to make a donation. My master's paintings fetched a high price, so I believe I have sufficient funds. Would it be possible to have a tomb prepared immediately? Priest. In that manner did she secure burial rights, and so we set about making the necessary arrangements. When all was in readiness, she requested a moment alone in the chamber, so I waited outside the entrance. When she did not emerge at first, I went back in to check on her, only to find that she was gone. there was only this painting and a handwritten note instructing us to inter it. Kapopo, are you saying Bururu vanished into thin air? Priest, so far as I could tell. As you can see, there is only one entrance to this chamber. I organized a large-scale search, thinking she might have wandered into the lower levels, or even those under excavation. Yet still we found nothing. At length, the search was called off. And without answers, what else could I do but fulfill her final wish? I placed the painting within the coffin, where it has remained ever since. Kapopo. Curiouser and curiouser, Kupo. Priest. That is everything I know. I am sorry I could not tell you more. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return to my duties. Kapopo. Yes, of course. Come on then, let's head back outside. Interring Janke de Laque's painting and vanishing without a trace. I'm not sure what to make of Bururu's actions, Kupo. What about you, Evray? Do you have any thoughts? I think Bururu may still be alive. Duh. Janke de Laque's painting must be the key to this puzzle. I haven't the foggiest. Painting must be the key to this puzzle. She's keeping it safe. Popo. I hope so, Kupo. Because if the painting can't help us find answers, then I have no idea where we go from here. I suppose it's back to the search. I'm going to take some time to ponder things and see if I can't think of other leads to pursue. Meanwhile, please continue to train. Think colorful thoughts. Keep your brush arms supple. And come and find me when you feel your artist's aura has grown further, Kupo. Somewhere only she knows. Kupopo heartily nods in your general direction. My Evray, I can tell you've been applying yourself to your training. Oh yes. The enigmatic aura of an accomplished artist is unmistakable. I'm put in mind of Jean Kittilaquez as he was in his prime, Kupo. Thanks. Now then, imagine a great big canvas that has yet to receive even a single drop of paint. That, unfortunately, is the state of my search for Bururu. I couldn't find any new clues as to her whereabouts, and I'm at a loss as to what to do next. Perhaps we should consider what Bururu's objective might have been. Why did you two have a falling out in the first place? I'm at a loss too, Kupo. Yeah, why did you have a falling out in the first place? Kapopo. I was reluctant to disclose the events of that fateful day, but perhaps I should have. Let us speak of the very root of our troubles. The argument that led to Bururu and I going our separate ways. On that day, the two of us returned to Limsa after a journey, the first without Jean Kittilaquez's company. Old age and long years on the road had taken their toll, and we had made the difficult decision to leave him in the care of a sanatorium. With a smile on his face as he lay abed, he had wished us well on our coming adventure, and reminded Bururu that she mustn't... Could it be? Yes. Yes, it must. Bururu has become part of the painting. I don't blame you for being confused. I promise to make everything clear soon, Cooper. Every. You've been the best student I could have hoped for. You've trained diligently, aided those in need, and kept your promise to me. Can't rightly ask more of you, but for this thing I'm about to do, I'm afraid I must. I beg you, lend me your strength one last time, Cooper. It's alright, man, calm down. But come and meet me at the Jadeite flood. I'll be waiting. I wonder what emote that is. I'm not used to the male emote. Soothe. Maybe that's it. Ah, yes. Jadeite flood. Popo, there you are, Ray. I know you must have many questions. Allow me to explain everything, Cooper. Bro, the painting's gonna get wet. It took a few pretty pleases, but I convinced the Osiri priest to let us borrow the painting. Bururu inherited it and the other works from Jean Kitilake after he passed away. On the day of our arguments, Bururu and I had returned from our first journey together, as I said. But when we arrived at the sanatorium to see how Jean Kitilake had fared in our absence, all that awaited us was a few of his paintings and personal belongings. A fell fiend had found its way into the facility a few days prior. Seeking to protect his fellow patients, Jean Kitilake confronted and vanquished the beast, but the exertion proved too much. Bururu and I were devastated. If only we had returned sooner, taken a quicker route, or not wasted as much time, Jean Kitilake might still be alive. Such thoughts tormented us, Cooper. Bururu took it hardest, for she had lost her only family. She clung to me and wept, like a child with her doll, and I, in a moment of poor judgment, said something foolish. I told her that she needn't depend on me so, that she could stand on her own 2 feet as a Pictomancer, and that she should. She shoved me away in anger. One unkind word led to another. We shouted at each other till our throats were hoarse. When there was nothing left to say, she stormed off alone, cradling Jean-Ketelake's paintings in her arms. The rest you know. Sometime after, she journeyed to Ul'dah, sold the paintings for the funds to purchase her tomb, and then vanished. So long I've been unable to understand what she was thinking, and where she might have gone, but the answer was right under our noses, Cooper. You see, Bururu possessed such a vivid imagination that she could bring any of her thoughts to life. As this rare gift allowed her to not only create, but reshape, Jean-Ketelake made her promise that she would never use her powers to alter a living being. But in her grief, she did just that. She made herself one with this painting. It's hard to believe, I know, but the painting itself tells the tale. Once, it exuded warmth and whimsy. Now, it is enshrouded in a stifling pall of sorrow. And this brings me to my request. Using my own magics, I want to enter the painting and save Bururu, but I don't know if I can do it alone. Can I rely upon your aid, Evray? Yes. I got this. I'm in your debt. Be warned. The painting will be a world where one's imagination is made manifest. That's to say, anything can happen. So, see to it you are fully prepared, Kupo. Cool. All set to dive into the painting, Cooper? Ready when you are. Dark Souls. Kupo. Looks like we made it, Kupo. Where are we? The Grand Cosmos? But how? It's like a waking dream. The Grand Cosmos? But how? Kupo. Oh? Is the scenery familiar to you? Apparently. You've been to such a place in another world? The mere thought of it boggles the mind, Kupo. I thought so. As I recall, Jean-Ketelake saw this opulent palace in a dream, and was inspired to recreate it on canvas. Perhaps his arcane affinity allowed him to visit worlds beyond our own in his sleep. Or perhaps someone from that world sent him the vision, Kupo. Regardless, we are undoubtedly within the painting. Bururu must be here somewhere. Let's go, Evray. He'll make. So many paintings, Cooper. I have a bad feeling about this. Is this their idea of a welcome? Have at them, Evray. as monsters, they were muses given life by Pictomancy. Baruru, Genketilake and I once encountered a griffin like that in Girabania. Be careful, Ebre. That's a big griffin. Oh, easy. Baruru, answer me, Baruru. Where's the fire Pepsi man? Baruru. It's me, Kupopo. I've come for you. She's possessed. Brr. You've come for me? No one would do that. No one. Master Genketilake is gone because of me. Because I was too late. Popo, you mustn't say that, Bururu. You're not to blame. Even Kupopo has abandoned me, my only friend. Kupopo, that isn't true. I'll always be your friend, no matter what. Please, Bururu, please come back to me. Time to battle. Genketilake. Phantasmal Pictomancer. She belongs to me, and you have no place here. Master Genketilake? No, you're just a shade born of the imagination. Genketilake, that you should call me a shade, Kupopo. Such insolence cannot be borne. Wow. Pick on someone your own size. The real Genketilake would never harm Kupopo. We'll free Bururu from your clutches. Yeah, the first one. Genketilake, a Pictomancer, one in possession of my soul crystal no less. An imitation. You are no match for the master you aspire to be. My imagination is my own, and it's more than a match for yours. I'll show you what this imitation can do. The first one. Don't talk shit about my imagination. Genketilake, bold words, but you will soon be made to know the true power of Pictomancy. Whoa, he's got no jaw. Here within my masterwork, imagination dictates reality. I shall paint the finishing touches in shades of your terror. Wow. to you. Oh man, I knew it was gonna be that. I don't care when it's hanging. Shit. Blood in wood. And he's melting. Man. I don't even get to see all his mechanics. Pictomancer OP. Kapopo, you did it, Evray. Your imagination triumphed over his. Piece of cake. Bururu, wake up, Bururu. Get up. Come on now, you stubborn fool of a Lalafell. Snap out of it. Bururu. Kupopo? What are you doing here? Kupopo, we came to bring you back, Kupo. We've been looking all over for you. Hello. Bururu. I never thought that anyone would come after me in the painting. Evray, was it? Thank you for accompanying Kupopo on his journey. It's a Pictomancer's duty to help others. Why did you enter this painting? I mean, she felt abandoned. Still, I don't want to say this stupid line. Why did you enter this painting? Bururu. I thought I might be able to meet Master Jean-Kit de la Caire here. He died because of me, and because I lacked the experience to anticipate what could happen. Kapopo, it's not your fault, Bururu. Even the brightest, most imaginative minds can't predict the future, Kupo. Bururu, why are you even here, trying to be nice after everything you said? My best friend, and you abandoned me, and I needed you. Told me to make my own way. Kupopo, you know why I said what I said, Kupo? I'm not real. No matter how much I wish it, I can't remain by your side forever. Like the Jean Kittilaker we defeated, I'm a product of Pictomancy. Your imaginary friend, and nothing more. Wow. He was a ghost all along. It isn't uncommon for children to have imaginary friends. They create us in their minds to help cope with their struggles. But children grow up, and when they do, we disappear, Cooper. Baru, you don't have to disappear though. I painted you into being, my very first creation. Just like I painted Master Jean Kittilaker, so I could fix my mistake, and so I wouldn't be alone. Aww. Kupopo. Pictomancers can do wonderful things. By bringing our imagination to life, we bring hope to those in need, Kupo. This Evray learned through his journey. And so did you, Baruru. But no matter how harsh reality may be, a Pictomancer isn't meant to paint over it, Kupo. Rather than escape reality, we're meant to give people the courage to face it. But how can I when those who matter most to me are gone? If you carry on for them, they'll always be with you. Oh. In giving hope to others, you'll find hope of your own. I wish I could say both. If you carry on for them, they'll always be with you. Ruru. Carry on as a Pictomancer. Your master Jean Kittilaker Kupopo. Perhaps I can find the strength to stand on my own by holding them in my heart. Kupopo, you will, Kupo. You absolutely will, and you'll be just fine. Safe in that knowledge, I can now take my leave, Cooper. Oh. Farewell, Evray. It was a joy to journey with you. My friend. I'm sad now. Farewell, Baruru. You're my dearest friend. And you always will be. Kupopo. Evray? I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. Thank you for helping Kupopo to find and save me. It's okay. When he faded away, a warm and comforting ether flowed into my body. The magic I had used to create him, I think. In that instant, the moments and memories he shared with you became mine. The shade of the shroud, the chill of Kurthus, the brilliance of Kagane. The two of you traveled far. I felt Kupopo's desperation as he searched for me, his yearning for our days on the road with Master Jean Ketilake, and his happiness at having found a friend in you. But what of you, Everett? How did you find the journey? I enjoyed training to become a Pictomancer. Kupopo was a wonderful travel companion. It was hard keeping up with Kupopo. He was a wonderful travel companion. Kupopo would be glad to hear that, and I am too. It means a lot to know that someone else will remember him fondly. I saw my first Moogle here, you know. The way it danced through the air, so full of life and joy. What child wouldn't have wanted a friend like that? I could create him again, recall the feeling and the image and paint him anew. But I won't, because, as the two of you taught me, parting isn't the end. Thank you, Everett, for everything you've done for both Kupopo and me. From here, I will set out on another journey as a Pictomancer. Wherever I go, I vow to paint a path of hope as Master Jean Ketilake once did, and just as you will continue to do, I'm sure. I'll be your friend, Bururu. So long, friend. Safe travels. Let her go. Whee! Oh. Yay. I like that one. That was... I think that was better than the Viper one. And shorter too. I think it was like an hour less. Yay, I did it. GG.